This is the mini air cooler or mini air conditioning unit, depending on which description you read. This is the unit itself. It's a little bit bigger than I was anticipating, and it measures about 18 centimetres high, 9.5 centimetres wide at its widest point, and approximately 5.5 centimetres deep. The way it works and differs from most mini fans is it has this cellulose sponge cooling arrangement here, whereby this sponge is soaked in cold water, preferably from the fridge. It clips back into place, and now the ambient warm air is drawn through here by the fan, cools on the sponge, and then the cool air blows out through here. At least that's the theory. There is one problem I've noticed with this. Once the sponge is wet, then water tends to drip out, and this is only from a damp sponge rather than a soaking wet sponge. And here on my desk, you probably can't see it on a white desk, but there's actually water, so I'll just mop that up. It's something to bear in mind if you're intending to carry this in a bag, for example. It does leak water, so I'll just dry that off again. The other thing is, when you use it for the first few times, even having washed the sponge, it does smell a bit musty and a bit rubbery mouldy, so it's a good idea to perhaps use some aromatherapy oil on it if you're not particularly keen on the smell. It has this hand strap here, which you slide your hand into, and then once it's running you can hold it against your face or wherever is most convenient. I've just dripped some more water there, so that is something to be aware of. It can run either on batteries, which fit into this compartment here. It's best to use alkaline, but I've only got rechargeables to hand at the moment, so I'll just use those for demonstration purposes. And as I fill it up, it's continuing to drip, but we'll just disregard that in favour of seeing how well it works. I'll close the cover. No, it's already switched on. I'll just turn it off. And then whether you'll be able to hear it, I'm not sure, but it is fairly quiet in use. Switched on. That's maximum fan. It's a bit difficult to demonstrate how powerful it is, so I'll hold a duster in front of it. My hand is fairly steady, but it is moving slightly. And here's a tissue, which I'll just hold to one side, and then. So without a doubt it is blowing the tissue. I can also feel it on my hand. It's a current of cool air rather than cold. It feels, I won't say powerful, but it's definitely there, and it makes a difference there. In a room setting, at this sort of distance away, you can feel it. It does make a difference, and it does feel cool. You can also adjust the angle so you can direct the air directly onto your face. I think that's a good part of the design of this product. It can be prone to eating up batteries, so I'll take these out, and there is an alternative means of powering it via USB, so we'll give that a try. I haven't got a computer. Oops, my battery's rolling away. I haven't got a computer at the side of me, but what I have got is a battery pack. So I'll plug this in here, plug it into the 2 amp port there, switch it on. Should be fully charged, yes. So I'm going to run it now from the battery pack. Do the tissue test again. There doesn't seem to be any great difference in power. I know some reviews have said it works better on USB, some have said it works better on batteries. I'd say it's about the same really. although do bear in mind I did test it on rechargeable batteries rather than alkaline. How well this will work in a heat wave and very hot conditions still remains to be seen. I ordered it yesterday when we had temperatures of 36 degrees indoors, and tomorrow I have to go to a funeral in a hot church where it's going to be stifling. What I can say from my brief tests and experimenting here at home in a slightly cooler room than yesterday is, without a doubt, it does make a difference. You can feel a nice cool air on your face. You can hold it close to your face, in which case it's very pleasant. At a sort of that distance away, about a foot away, it's going to be less noticeable, but you can still feel it. So my view is, it is going to be pleasant to use, but be realistic in your expectations. It's going to cool your face, provide a little bit of a cooling breeze, but I really wouldn't refer to it as a mini air conditioner. I should add the package also includes a bottle to carry a supply of water. The bottle I received was slightly dented, and there are instructions as well, although really it's pretty foolproof working out how to use it. Would I buy it again? Not 100% sure, but I will say it's better than those little fans you hold in your hand and has a little whizzy blade that goes round and round. It is definitely better than those. I would say the concept is probably better than the product itself. I think probably in a later version with a more powerful fan it would be excellent, and also this leakage here needs to be addressed as well. But it's certainly a good concept, and I'd give it probably about 3 to 4 stars out of 5. And yes, I probably would buy it again, providing it lasts.